My name is Mace Miller. I'm the shop foreman here at Lost Pines Toyota. I started in grade school. My dad had his own shop, working for my dad primarily. As a 21, 22-year-old, I kind of thought that maybe turning wrenches was not the best use for my brain. I put myself through school, spent 20 years in computer hardware design, and kind of came full circle a dozen years ago. I wanted more control over what I was doing and my day-to-day routine, and decided to open a new shop. I actually opened it with my father. He was semi-retired, and I had my own shop for about 10 years. After about 10 years owning my own shop, we grew to the point where I had a few employees, and the headache of managing employees and people was a little bit more than I really wanted to do. I like doing the mechanic portion of it. I don't necessarily like being a manager or pushing people to do things. So we decided to go ahead and shut the doors on our business, and I came to work here. So for those just thinking about it or starting off, I would encourage you to think about what you want to do. Being a mechanic is, you work with other people, but it's mostly a one person. You're not relying on a team to get something done, which I enjoy because I like being able to say, okay, I got that accomplished and I did it, and I don't have to, it's done and I can move on to the next thing. If you like the sense of a daily accomplishment, and you have some mechanical aptitude, you can take something apart and put it back together. It's a good way to earn a living. If you can, I believe highly, and that's kind of how I came in, mentoring. It happened to be my father, but finding someone who's been in the business for a while and is willing to train, hands-on training, I think is a very good way to go. There are some schools out there, and I would suggest getting your hands dirty, so to speak, a little bit first before going to school. Some people spend the money on the school and then find out a year or two afterwards this is really not what they want to do, and then they've got a school loan typically to pay off. See if it's for you, and if you can, find somebody that'll mentor you. Even though I do work on cars here all day long, I do have a couple of project vehicles at home that we're working on restoring. It's actually something my wife and I do together. Working on vehicles and restoring classic cars is kind of the one thing that I do have as a hobby. So in the 5 to 10 year time frame, I just want to be able to continue to grow our staff here in the shop, provide some of that mentoring opportunity. One of the things that Carlos, the owner, and I have talked about even before I worked here as an independent shop owner, and he is the owner here at Lost Pines. We met working on curriculum for the local high school for their auto tech program. So I'd like to get more involved in that, as well as just grow the opportunity here. So all in all, we have, we being my wife and I, because I work here, but she has to live with me working here. So we've enjoyed being part of the Lost Pines family. And it's a really good place to work. It is more a family atmosphere than maybe a bigger dealership somewhere else. But it's been great so far, and they treat us well, and I'd just be happy to be able to contribute what I can.